Really? Seriously? Okay. And live. Um, um, those are a bunch of new buttons. Seriously? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, I don't know what that is. What's going on? I'm sure. Okay, I guess before, I don't know what's going on with the, give me 1 second. Oh, okay. I guess it's not. Before, like, whenever you would, like, open up Instagram, they've made some changes because there's some things going on different with Instagram that weren't there before, but that's okay. No worries. No worries. It works out for me. Make sure y'all can. Okay, cool. Hey, all right. To hell with it. So, hey, everybody. All right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Instagram, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. For those of you who are just tuning in, who've never been, ask me whatever questions you want to ask me about. So now's your chance to ask me. So you can ask me about your life, but please be specific, meaning that if you're asking me a question, finances, your career and work, or your relationships, be specific with your question. Asking me a general question, like abstract, that doesn't really like specifically pertain to a situation or an issue that you want clarity on, is just going to be a full reading, which we don't have time for, so I'm question answered. So be specific. If you want to connect with the loved one in spirit, let me know who you want to connect with, and I will try to connect to that person and bring through some sort of message or some sort of something that can help you to feel the connection or to know that they're with you. I don't see them. I don't hear them. They communicate through a form of telepathy that we all have the potential to do, which is basically they drop into my mind and they manipulate and affect my thoughts, my emotions, my memories, with my permission, of course. So I'm giving them a chance to use my brain and try to communicate a message across to you. My job is to pay attention to the pieces that they trigger or the components and try to make sense of it. Sometimes it may take one symbol or sign for me to kind of know where they're going with it. Sometimes I have to put 2 or 3 pieces together to kind of know where they're going with it. But whatever I get, I'm going to just share with you guys so that way you have that, even if I don't understand the symbolism or I don't get it, but I'll do my very best to do so. If you are wanting to get on camera with me or video, all video connections are through Instagram. So if you want to do the video connect, you have to get your butt over to Instagram because that's the thing that we use for it. If you are on Instagram and you want to come on video, there's down here at the bottom of the screen, there's a little square. It looks like a little video camera with this cross between it. If you click that, it should give you the opportunity to request to be a guest. And so you can request that as well. And that's usually what I click to go looking for people who want to be on video. Just telling me through the chat that you want to isn't the best way, but you can do that as well. If you want to be on video, you can ask your question and just let me know you're okay for video. Just say okay for video. So ask the question, okay for video. And then I know that that's also going to be viable as well. What else? If you're on Facebook and YouTube, you might get hit by a troll, someone who's wanting to solicit money from you, and they're going to probably message you or reply to your comment and ask you to private message them or direct message them. That is a troll. They're going to try to take your money. So I would not even respond. I would just block and report to Facebook as spam. What else? If you get tired of waiting for me to answer your question, because I do this every Wednesday and Friday, and some people just don't seem to ever get picked for whatever reason. Maybe the question's not right, y'all. Maybe the question. But if you get tired of waiting for me, just go to my website. You can book a time with me. It's fernandamarone.com. Everything that I have to offer is on my site. So that's the best place to find out when I'm available, what costs are incurred with that, like whatever services I offer, the different costs. There's very affordable options, so it's not like I'm super expensive. And also, all my podcast stuff is on there. My articles are connected to that. My newsletter, everything. So everything's tied into my website, my YouTube channel, etc. I hope y'all enjoyed the Selena video that I did earlier. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun to do. There's actually a full 15-minute video, but I'm trying to get it up to YouTube, but because it's certain songs or whatever, they're like dinging it for copyright. So I have to change and mess with it so that way it doesn't ding the copyright on YouTube. But once it's available, I'll let y'all know so y'all can check it out as well. It's fun. It's like me doing like a reaction video for her disco medley thing. So that's fun. What else? If you enjoy or appreciate these lives, I would appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up or a heart. And also if you could send this video to people, whether it's just certain friends or all of your followers, whatever you feel comfortable with. Because part of my mission and job here is to reach as many people as I can, to help as many people as I can, but also to share and spread the information, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual teachings that I do on my study group. So that's part of my mission here, is to like spread the word and to share and help people, enlighten people, elevate people. So if you can help me out by sending the video out, that would be great. If not, I'm not going to hate on you or anything like that. You don't have to do it if you're not comfortable with it. And of course, you don't have to purchase anything from me. Just keep coming back on Wednesdays and Fridays, and at some point, I hope I might get you. I try to change it up every single time I do this, so I try not to pick the same people, just because I want to be fair and I want to give new people the opportunity to connect with me. But you know, that's just the way that it works for me. But it doesn't mean that I won't answer questions by people who I've answered questions before, because it's not like I can keep up with all of y'all's pictures when y'all changing them around. So just FYI with that. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Oh, of course, my statements are personal opinions, not proven facts. Whatever decisions or actions you take, you are 100% responsible and liable for. You can change your future. It is never set in stone. What I am seeing or sensing is an energetic forecast of what's to come. Nothing is solid. So it's just a likelihood of what's going to happen for you. But you can decide you want to take things in another direction and take it in another direction. And of course, I'm not a licensed medical doctor, counselor, attorney, or law enforcement official. So for legal, medical advice or treatment, please consult with a licensed professional. You can still ask me those kinds of questions. I will answer them, but you should always go to a professional who deals with that to help you with those issues. Okay? People like to come to psychics for healing instead of going to a doctor. I'm like, go to the doctor first, and then you can come to us. We should be complementing traditional medicine, not being the replacement of it. People should go to a doctor. They should go to an attorney. Don't go to a psychic first, okay? All right, guys, so I'm going to bounce around here. I'm not going in any particular order, by the way, so don't think I'm going like down the line in order. Four cats and a pit. Hi, Ferny. How are you? I really need to connect with my son. It's a year since he passed. Thank you. Yeah. Blue birds, blue jays are going to be a sign from your son. So look out for blue feathers, blue birds, etc. It's so interesting because like when I'm thinking about it, I keep also seeing like blue hair, and I'm like, what am I seeing? Why am I seeing bluish hair? I don't know if your son had bluish hair or there's a funny thing that's going on with blue hair, but there's something there, because that's what I was thinking about once I said birds or feathers. So just FYI with that. He is acknowledging the number 16. So the number, I thought I was thinking of the number 17, but the number 16. So I think the number 16 might be significant, or there's a significant date of relevance for the 16th of a month or January 6th. So just FYI, he's doing this. So he's showing me something around the neck. So there might be a necklace that is referencing or it's connected to him. He's also, the necklace, I feel I want to open it, or I feel like it's openable, meaning that you can open it up or you can like split it in two. But there's a reference there because he's acknowledging that also. He also keeps referencing thank you. He's writing on my skin, so someone might be getting a tattoo for him, or someone's honoring him with a tattoo. So he's acknowledging that as well. Thank you. He also, Ralph or Ral, R-A-L, like Raphael, but it's like Ralph or Ral. But there's an animal that may have a connection to a name that's connected to that sound, because he's giving me that sound, and then I feel like I'm thinking of an animal. So there might be an animal that he's referencing. Either there's an animal alive with this name that he's saying, hey, I mess with the animal, or I mess with this, or there's an animal in spirit with him that has that name, but he's acknowledging that as well. Okay. Dreamer Morgie. Will I get back with my ex? Not long term. So I'm not thinking it's going to be a long term reconnect. You might, when I say not long term, it means y'all may still have a moment together or meet up, but I don't really think there's going to be like a reconnect as far as like relationships. I'm not really seeing that. Jose Hazo, or Jazzo. Hey, can you give me a guess of what's going to happen between me and my kid's baby mama as far as custody? I kind of get the feeling that either she might get primary custody and you might have to, yeah, I'm getting the feeling, and it might be because of help from her family or help from the other side, from her family. She might end up getting like primary custody or a lot more custody than she currently has, because I feel like she's going to get a lot more than what she currently has or what is currently the setup. So I kind of feel that way. I also feel like financially this is going to bite you in the butt. So you might need to be prepared for that, because I'm not feeling too happy about it. So I feel like you're not going to be happy either with the outcome. But I'm feeling like she's either going to get primary custody or way more custody than she currently has. And then this is going to really affect you financially. So you might have to plan around that or plan for that. I honestly think you would have done better had you had like an attorney, or had there been an attorney who was working on this earlier on, because it would have changed the dynamics. But I feel like this is going to be a bit of a difficult situation to work through. How's your tactical? I don't even know how to say that, girl. I don't know how to say. Hi, Ferny. I have spirit guides? And if yes, what are their names? I believe you have two guides. They're both male. The first guide's name is Lucas. I want to say it's Lucas, the first guide. The second guide's name, Tin. It's like, it's T-E-I-N or T-I-E-N, Tien. Tien. It looks like it's spelled that way. So that's the second guide. Yeah, so you got two. Tammy Hosley. Hi, Ferny. Who is the man that hangs out with my horse, Gemini? I feel like it might be someone that either lived in that area or that has a attachment to that area. So it might actually be like an individual who is connected to the area, not necessarily connected to you. So there might be an individual that's attached to the property or the area. Mark V Jr. Hi, Ferny. Hi, Ferny. Is there a woman named Maria currently that is around me, and seeing if you see a connection between us? Is a woman named Maria currently that is around me, and seeing if you see a connection between us? I don't understand the question. I don't know if you mean like in spirit or you mean like romantically. Can you clarify that for me? Are you asking about like a person named Maria who's in spirit, or are you talking about like a relationship? Interestingly enough, before I read the question, when I saw like woman named Maria, and I stopped. When I got to that part, I kept seeing more than one Maria. So I'm trying to figure out if you're asking about like a person that's in spirit, or if you're asking about a person that's alive that you're asking about like a connection as far as like romance. But I was thinking that there's more than one Maria, and I definitely was feeling as if there would be a Maria in spirit. So can you clarify that for me? The Light GG. Hi, Ferny. I lost my gold Hawaiian bracelet. It's very special to me. Do you see it anywhere? Thank you. Yeah, I feel... I don't know if it's still around or not, but here's what I'm seeing. I keep seeing like a side table and a lamp, and I keep seeing the base of a lamp. So, for example, you know how sometimes some lamps are slightly elevated off the table, and so there's enough of a gap under there? What I would say is look around any side tables or tables that have lamps, either at home or if you have a place that you work from that's outside of your home there. But I feel like I'm seeing that. I keep seeing the edge of a lamp, and I'm seeing this near the edge of a lamp, or I'm feeling connected to it. So I would look under or near or around a lamp and a side table, because there might be something there that you might be able to find it. Okay. You see me recovering soon, have weird pain. What are his intentions? So you're asking like, am I gonna like just throw that in there, right? Your ex is your ex just wants attention, so I wouldn't even worry about them. The sick, I'm more concerned with that. You need to go to the doctor. You need antibiotics. I don't feel like this is just pneumonia. This might be a little bit more complicated than that. I also think that one of your lungs there might be a secondary infection that might be triggering this to go longer, or it feels like there's more than one infection, which is why I'm like, you need to go to the doctor. So I would say don't wait too long, go to the doctor, get some antibiotics, because I feel like that would be the way to go about it. I also think that you will recover. I just feel like it's going to take longer if you don't go to the doctor, and I'm actually worried for you if you don't go to the doctor. So if you start having weird muscle twitches, and if you start also having like your blood pressure spiking, it's really not a good sign. So I really think you need to go to the doctor. I want you to go to the doctor. That's what I want. I want you to go to the doctor, because I feel like you're going to need some medication. And if you wait too long, this might get worse, or this might not be a fun experience for you. Okay. Hi, I'm Weaver. Will my divorce continue to be a difficult fight? Unfortunately, I feel that it will be. I do think that at some point the divorce proceedings or the process may completely break down and halt, like come to a grinding halt. And it may feel like nothing is happening and you're going to feel like you're in limbo. But then I think, and that may be for like a month or two. So there might be a period where there's like literally nothing happening for a month or two, but then I think things will start rolling again. But I still think it's going to be difficult, and I still think it's going to continue to be an issue for you. I do think that this will get to a resolution by September or October-ish, though even if there's an intent for this to be done with by summer, I just feel like it might go past that, because I'm thinking that's where I'm seeing that gap, where it's like May, June, or June, July is where I'm seeing that gap there of like halted, whatever, haltedness. I can make up words, right? I can make up words, y'all, right? Odge0804, my husband and I are going through a rough patch. Do you feel any suggestions to help? Also, do you see us getting through this together? The thing about working through like issues and marital problems is it's a two-part thing, right? It should always, both people are going to have to put their work into it. I rarely heard of one person in the marriage or relationship being able to repair it. It's possible, but I feel like in this instance, this is going to take both of you. And I actually think that you're taking on too much responsibility for the challenges that y'all are facing. I also think that anything that your spouse is using to numb himself a little bit or to feel numb is not making things easier, because he might be using either using substances or just using things to help himself feel numb or a little disconnected. So I feel like that's got to be something to be worked on as well, because there might be an issue there. But I think that this is going to take both of you. I feel like one of you may try to approach this from, like, I wouldn't say religious, but like looking for help with organizations that might have like religious backgrounds or that are religious in nature. But here's what I would say. The next 3 months are going to be critical. I think that y'all are going to need to really, really work hard for the next few months to get past this, and then y'all can keep going. What am I feeling actually is going to happen? I'm not feeling confident about it, but I feel like the next few months are going to be critical. So y'all are going to have to really, really work hard on this. I also think that these are repeating issues. So this may not be the first time or the last time you will have to deal with this. So just FYI with that. Abolos Roxanne. Hi, Ferny. There's someone I really care about, and my feelings are getting stronger for him. Can you tell me if he feels the same way about me? I don't think he's there yet. I think that if you just take it a little slower, I think he might get there. But I also think that the maturity level's not there yet. So even if he did feel a certain way, maturity-wise, he's not there. So you might just have to take it slower. So just FYI, take it slow. Don't rush. Don't place bets on him. Keep yourself open, because I feel like there will also be other opportunities or other options that may come up for you as well, separate from this person. So you might have more than one opportunity. Also, there might be an ex that tries to come back into the picture or tries to pop back in the next month or two. That I feel like that would be a waste. So I would say, I would just move on from that, because I don't feel like that would be helpful to you. Okay, let me go over here. The Six Spice Girl. Hi, Ferny. Do you see me having an engagement, shotgun wedding, or elopement? If so, when and will I regret not having a ceremony? So I feel like, what's the difference between a shotgun wedding and an elopement? Let me look that up, because y'all may not respond fast enough. Shotgun wedding. Okay. Shotgun wedding is a wedding which is arranged in order to avoid embarrassment due to premarital sex. Okay. Premarital sex, I'm like telling your business here. Can possibly lead to an unintended pregnancy. Got it. Okay, I get it. I actually think it's going to be 2 of the 3 that you offered. I think what's going to happen is that you will do a shotgun wedding, and then after the shotgun wedding, about a year later, there's actually a wedding with like a ceremony. So I actually think you're going to do both. But I do see a shotgun wedding, and then a year later I see a ceremony. Paula Torres, she's like, hi, Ferny, do I have spiritual gifts, and how can I improve them or use them to benefit others? I hate the word gifts when we apply it to like psychic ability or spirituality, because everyone has the same ability as me. Like, I literally believe this in my heart, that everybody can do exactly how I do, what I do, or even better. And here's what I will say. Everybody can do what I do, including you. However, do you have a predisposition, or are you sensitive to some things? Yes, I actually think that you're sensitive to clairvoyance, and then you also are more apt for healing. Now, as far as healing is concerned, I wouldn't say go and become a Reiki practitioner or go into an alternative healing modality, because I don't feel like you would be fulfilled by that. I can see you going into like health and wellness, and I think you would get more fulfilling from that if you were going to go into healing work. But I do think that those would be the 2 that you're going to be stronger in. And as far as like how can you use them to benefit others, it just depends. I honestly think that with your intuition and then the health and wellness work, that would pretty much cover your bases, and you would pretty much get out of that what you're needing to get out of it. Rosa, Rosa Max, like, hi, Ferny, what do you see happening for my love life? Which is a general question. What do you see happening? Like, are you talking about, like, am I going to see you get the herpes? Am I going to see you get pregnant? When you say, what do I see for love life? What you mean? But I think I know what you're talking about, because you said, I'm ready for my king, which I get it. Here's, gosh, I could say so many things about this one. To answer the question, I think that there's someone by the name of Alex or Alexander who you might meet through a friend who is also going to be attracted to you. So it's weird. It's almost like dating a guy and then you don't really feel it for them, but then their friend, like, there's something there, or their brother, there's something there. It's going to be a weird thing like that. I feel like this might show up. This might show up in the next month or two. So this may not be too long from now. I was going to say early next year. I don't think it's early next year. I think it's like before summer. So before summer, someone like that might be showing up for you. Interconnected. Okay. Heather Hannon. My uncle was recently diagnosed with cancer. Do you see him getting any better? So I'm a little concerned that this may not be the only cancer he ends up developing, or this being the only one that he ends up being diagnosed with. It's interesting because I'm almost seeing two different forms of cancer, but it still feels like it's connected to the same area of his body. So that's how I would describe it. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I feel that he can get through the treatment for one of them. The other one, it might be a lot more challenging for him. So what I would say is one of the cancers that I'm seeing is treatable in my mind, or can be treated. The other one feels like it's way different. And in my mind, I'm not going to say he can't overcome it, because I'm not going to, say, oh, there's never going to happen. He can overcome that too, but I feel it's less treatable, or it may not be easily treated, and that may make it really challenging for him. I think that December of this year is going to be significant, because I keep thinking of the holidays. So this November, December-ish, around there is going to be a big period in the year for him, because I think there's so much that can happen at that time. I also think that he might have a choice at the end of this year or later this year to either discontinue treatment or to keep going. That's entirely up to him. But if he decides to keep going, I do think it's not going to be an easy thing for him to get through. But again, November, December this year is significant. If he can make it past like November, December this year, I think that then he can get past it. But I don't feel as confident with the second version of a cancer when that comes up versus the first one, even though y'all may only know about one. But there may be another form of it that starts to show up, and that may be a much more obvious indicator of what to expect from this condition. Okay. Where are we at in time? It's time. Let's see, bring somebody on. I'm feeling a little tired, y'all. So, but I'm building my energy back up. So, y'all don't always see what I'm doing on my end. Like on my end, like when I'm going through questions, if I did just every single question like mediumship, I would literally run out of juice 15, 20 minutes into what we're doing, just because it is really exhausting to do mediumship. So I try to like bounce it around, where I'll do like a mediumship and then maybe throw in like a live question, because live questions are easy. Like I can do live questions easier than mediumship. Mediumship just takes a lot more energy. So I try to like mix it up for myself. So I give myself these little breaks. It's almost like a singer, when you think of like a professional singer where they're on stage and they've got one good song and they give it everything they go, and then like in between the different major songs or in between sets, they kind of like, they don't sing as much, or they kind of like do a lighter song or something like that. And that's the way it is for me too. It's like I have to like even it out so that way I don't overdo it. just requested 2. Oh, I just requested 2. Sorry, I had to cancel 1 to let's see. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, NJ, gave it a shot. Let's try somebody else. Let's try somebody else. Oops. Let's go with Dawn. Let's try Dawn. Let's see if I can get Dawn on. Hello, Dawn.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. What do you want to ask me about?
I was seeing if my grandma has any messages for me.
Yeah. Question. I keep seeing like marbles or balls, and I'm like, what am I going here? It's gonna sound weird. Do you remember anything connected to your grandma that either has to do with like 8 balls or marbles?
Yes.
Okay. What is that? Because I'm seeing it and I'm trying to figure it out.
She used to have like an 8-ball.
Interesting. Okay, got it. So this is what it is. Okay, so because I was like, what am I seeing here? And I was like, I felt like I was seeing one thing, and I was like, where am I trying to put it together? Got it. So she's just acknowledging the 8-ball thing. So there's a reference there. Was it one of those 8 balls where you shake it and you can see your future? She's making fun of me. She's making fun of me. That's what she's doing. So that's what she's doing. So that's what she's doing now. Okay, so she's acknowledging that. She also keeps making. Thank you. Does she joke around and she calls someone Pee Pee Longstocking? Do you know who Pippi Longstocking was? It was like this like redheaded little girl with the like braids that came out this way. You know, if she used to make fun of you or she used to call you Pippi Longstocking.
I don't remember.
Okay, there's something about looking like this as a child. So it would be like as a child with the braids or something like that because there's a reference there with the reddish hair. So she's acknowledging that. She also keeps acknowledging, thank you. Doves or turtle doves are going to be connected to her. So when you have doves showing up or cooing, I'm sorry, turtle doves. Morning doves. Morning doves are going to be connected to her. So you might hear cooing or morning doves from time to time when you think of her, and that's her letting you know she's around you. She also keeps acknowledging, thank you. Do you have a picture of her where she's got like a light or white colored sweater on? And she was like, okay, she's acknowledging that image of that being one of her favorites. She also keeps talking about, 2 things. Did she have a chandelier?
Yes.
Okay. Was there something about someone wanting to take the chandelier with them after she passed, or someone really wanted to? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so she's making a joke about that. And then she is showing me, bring it back. Okay, is there a James or Jamie name connection?
My dad is James.
Okay.
And my grandpa, her husband that passed away, is also James.
Got it. But your dad is still alive, correct?
Yes.
Okay. She's probably letting us know that the grandfather's with her. So she's probably telling us who's with her. So if James or Jamie's her husband, she's letting us know who's with her. So she's acknowledging him. She also keeps, thank you. She also keeps acknowledging, she showed me the month of January. Do you know January, the first of a month, is connected?
My brother's birthday is January 26th.
Okay. I think this is closer to, I think this would be closer to the first, like New Year's. Do you know if someone celebrates besides New Year's, like the day next to New Year's or on New Year's, there's another date of significance for New Year's? Because she's showing me that.
Not that I know of.
There's another person that I think I need to acknowledge. There's a male who might have passed from a drunk driving incident. He might have even been, it may have even been on New Year's or around New Year's Eve, because I feel like I've got another male coming through. Do y'all know people who have someone who passed on New Year's or New Year's Eve?
I would have to look into that.
That's okay. It would have been, they would have been drunk or they would have been hit by a drunk driver because they're making me feel like it happened around that time frame. Thank you. They're showing me my cousins. I have cousins. Thank you. So I've got a, on one side of my family, there's a family that has a bunch of boys, and they're showing me the boys and their names. I'm only thinking of two of them though. There's like Vincent, and then there's Gilbert. I'm not Gilbert. I'm sorry, Vincent and Philip. Do you know there's a Vincent or Vince or Philip connection?
Not that I know of.
Okay. When you figure this out, the drunk driving situation, the New Year's of the first, and then this Philip or Vincent name are connected somehow because they go together. So all those pieces go together. But it doesn't feel like family. It feels like we know these people though. So there's something like that because they're referencing that as well. Thank you. Do y'all know people out of Louisiana?
No,
Like near the border, near Lake Charles?
not that I know of.
Okay, there's something about this other person. So I just want to acknowledge this other person. So I think yeah, and then even afterwards, like someone had to pay to have the truck towed or had to pay to have the vehicle towed or moved because of what happened. And it was either that happened over there and then had to have it moved or towed. There's something about this whole situation or scenario that they're making reference to. So I'll leave that with you because you're gonna probably have to think about it.
Okay.
Your grandma's okay. So she's just acknowledged that she's okay. She's with you. She also lets me know. Thank you. She also lets me know that she likes to move some of your little figurines. So whenever you have your figurines moved around, she says it's not the kids, it's me. So she's acknowledging that because of the height or where they would be at. So she's like letting you know that's her.
Okay.
Okay. All right, sweetheart. You take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Hey guys, I'm not sure if that person that I was just talking about is for the client or for the person that I was just talking to, or if this is for somebody else. But if any of y'all can like claim it, or if any of y'all know that, because I'm not sure if that was even attached to that individual. But I would say let me know, or just like send a message, and then let me see if it's one of you. Okay.
Oh my God, I've been trying to get in here forever.
Oh, what
Oh
is
my God,
forever? What
I know you're
what is
probably
for?
annoyed of me. I've been trying to get in here
Oh
forever.
no, girl, no, I don't ignore anybody. What is forever to you? What is forever?
So, my mom is here with me. I have two questions. One,
Mm-hmm.
a few months ago, my Aunt Sandra passed away, and we never got to see her anymore because she
Don't tell
lives
me
in
too much.
Mexico. So I was
Yeah,
wondering
don't tell
if
me
you
too
had.
much. Let her tell me. So your mom is with you, right?
Can you put on your hotspot? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Okay, now I can hear
Yeah.
you.
So
Okay.
you
Cool, I
okay?
got
Yeah. So
words.
I said don't tell me too much. Let your aunt tell me if she's the one that she's gonna tell me. Okay.
Okay, I'll translate for her if that's unless you speak Spanish.
I do speak Spanish. Hola, mamá, ¿cómo estás?
Mami, habla con el señor.
Hola, hola, señora, ¿cómo está?
Bien, bien, ¿cómo está?
Bien, gracias a Dios. Ok, so ¿usted quiere hablar con con su hermana, Sandra?
Él se conecta con la gente que ha fallecido. Dile que sí.
Sí,
Ok. Primero, lo que me está diciendo, me está enseñando el número 11. ¿No sabe si el 11 está conectado con una fecha de importancia?
con el 11.
Puede ser noviembre o el día 11, creo.
Yeah, so it would be like the month of, yeah, it would be like the 11th of a month or the month of November as being significant.
Cuando alguien dice día 11, significa que el noviembre o el día 11 de un mes. ¿No?
No.
That's okay. I'm going to leave that with you. But the number 11 is significant because I'm seeing that. So either the 11th of a month or the month of November is significant. She also keeps acknowledging the two babies. Do you know if there are two babies that were miscarried, lost, or terminated?
Not that we know of.
Okay. She showed me two babies. So there's either two babies with her that are connected to the family. There's two babies that were miscarried, lost, or terminated because she's acknowledging that. She also, thank you. Is there also a Jesus or a Jesse in the family?
Mami, ¿hay un Jesús o un Jesse en la familia?
Jesús.
Ajá.
Sí, pero él está vivo.
Yeah, I think he's alive.
Oh, that's okay. Doesn't matter. So she's acknowledging. Who is that to her?
¿Quién es Jesús? ¿Quién es Jesús para nosotros, ma?
Es tu tío.
Mi tío, ¿quién? I guess he's an uncle. ¿So es tu hermano?
Es hermano de tu... es tío mío, él es hermano de mi papá.
I think so. It would be her uncle. I guess their father's brother.
Okay, so the J is there. So your aunt is acknowledging that person being there. Okay.
Huh?
She also keeps thank you. She also keeps acknowledging. Okay, got it. There's also an older female that's with her as well, who either fell and broke her hip or fell and had a fracture that led to her passing or to an infection. So, do you know there's also a female who had an incident where they fell or they broke something and it led to an infection?
I think my grandma Natividad, I think was her name.
Okay. So she's acknowledging this female, so there's a reference there. She also keeps acknowledging the month of March, which we just passed. So do you also know if March or the third of a month is connected?
Mami, no hay ninguna conexión con marzo?
Con marzo...
Not that we know of.
Okay.
I'm gonna look into the, because I know that you say that maybe it'll mean something later on.
Oh, it always does. Like it usually does. It rarely does it not. And you'll have to go back over the video. Your aunt is okay. She says to tell your mother that she's okay. She also says to tell her that she's been coming around her, especially when she's in the kitchen. So she might smell something floral when she's in the kitchen, and then that's her coming around her.
Dice que mi tía Sandra que viene mucho cuando tú estás en la cocina y que si a veces hueles flores o algo en la cocina, que esa es ella que viene y te visita. Yeah.
She also keeps acknowledging the picture of the Jesus that's crooked or the picture of the Jesus that fell over. Did your mom have something like that happen?
¿Tienes una foto de Dios o algo que se cayó o de Jesús que se te cayó o se te enchuecó? No. I don't think so.
It would be near the hallway. It would be near the hallway.
Dice que está por el pasillo. I think we have like a Virgin Mary in there.
Okay, there's like a Jesus connected picture or something that she's acknowledging that either she moved it or it fell, and she's acknowledging.
She's gonna listen because she's a little bit on the thingy, but I know.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Yeah. So she's acknowledging that. She also thank you. She also said thank you. Gosh, she's like going on like 1,000 miles a minute. She's also talking about the four siblings. Are there 4 of them in the family? Siblings?
With us?
With your mom?
There's a lot of them. There's like 9. I know there's like.
Okay. Are 4 of them separate or different from the others? Because she showed me the 4. Either that or there's 4 of them that are past that are with her.
Mami, ¿cuántos de tus hermanos son? Nomás mi tío Chito, ¿verdad? Fallecido. Yeah, I think we just have one other sibling that passed away.
Okay, there's something about 4. So either there's 4 of them in spirit that she's acknowledging.
Hay 4, a lo mejor hay 4 familiares en espíritu que están con ella, o el número 4 es significante.
Es que Chito, Sandra.
Okay. Yeah, she's thinking it's because I
okay.
feel bad because she never got to see them again. You know, they're in Mexico.
Yeah,
and
no worries. They're letting me know that they're okay. She's acknowledging that she's got 4 of them with her. So to either 4 of them with her or to say hello to the 4. But she's acknowledging those 4 as being significant.
Hay 4 gentes con ella ahorita. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, thank you.
She also says that Chito. Is there a dog or an animal named Chito or
Chito is her brother.
Oh, okay. Is he still alive?
No.
Okay. That's one of the guys that is with them. So
Chito está con ella.
Okay. There's also a dog there as well. It's a Chihuahua that's also there as well. Do you know if there's a Chihuahua in the family? Because they're acknowledging the little dog.
Que había un Chihuahua en la familia, la Samantha la primera, ¿verdad? My very first dog a long time ago, her name was Samantha. She was a Chihuahua too.
Perfect. The dog is there as well. So to let you know that the dog is there also.
Oh my God.
All right, sweetheart.
Can I ask you one more question? Sorry, really quick. The other day, you answered one of my comments, and I was just kind of confused because I didn't understand it, but it'll be fast. So basically, I want to work in music marketing. I moved to Houston, 4 hours away, and everything like that. My eventual goal is to work for a label, and actually like a specific artist too. And I live by myself, and sometimes I get really down on myself and everything, and I'm like, is this path really for me? I feel like it is. Like I know, but then I get put in situations where I'm like, maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I just won't be successful in it. And I just want to know if,
Yeah. And what was confusing when I told you, or the last time?
You said something that it would be like through newspaper, or that I would put an ad, but I don't really have anything that I promote. If anything, like I want to work for like a PR company or something.
It's okay. So what the type of company? My brain is going. The type of company is going to be it's a sporting goods company or a sports arena company, and it's going to be venue. It's also used as it's a venue, but they also do a lot of like back and forth with with like celebrities and artists, etc., when they do stuff together. But there's something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is out of Miami or out of Florida, though. So FYI.
Okay. Yeah, because right now I work for Live Nation, but I'm like 21 and I'm trying to move up as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
All these
Everything
things.
that you're doing right now, it's not bad. It's just that you're getting the experience you need to do what I'm talking about. So
Okay.
I do see you making that change, but it may take a little while. But you're getting the experience that you need right now, and
Yeah.
this is going to serve you.
This goes with my question. Do you see me working with Trippie Redd? I love him to death, and that's.
I have no idea who that is, but I'm going to say no.
No. Oh, dang it. Okay. Close enough.
You take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, Mama. Bye-bye. All right, let me bring somebody else on. Oh, gosh, let's see. Here we go. Let's go here. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What did you want to ask me about?
If you have just any general messages that come from really my grandfather.
Grandfather?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or anyone that's coming through.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks. So there's three males that I kind of want to acknowledge. I'm pretty sure your grandfather's one of them, but there's like an in-law male that's also there who may have passed suddenly or unexpectedly as well that they're wanting to acknowledge. They're also acknowledging, thank you. They're also acknowledging a brother figure as well. So did your grandfather have a brother who's passed?
Yes, I think so. Recently, yes.
Okay, got it. So the brother's there. The grandfather's there. Is there an in-law that's also passed as well that may have had a heart attack or a heart condition?
My grandfather, because both of my grandfathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of them had a cardiac arrest or
yeah.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Both of them were in the military?
Yes.
Got it. But one of them was in the Navy, right? The other one was just regular military, right?
No, they were both in the Army. But
one of them is
the brother is, yes. Well, it was Air Force. If that's what I'm thinking of, the other.
If he worked on a ship or he was on a ship, because I'm seeing a ship. So if he was on a ship and he served on a ship, then that would make sense to me.
Okay.
Do you also know if with the grandfather, if there's a garden that is significant for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if he had a thing for tomatoes?
Not tomatoes, but he was very, very into agriculture and being outside and growing.
That's okay. He's just acknowledging, like, he's funny because he's really stickler for like the timing and where it's supposed to be at, and like, I mean, we're talking about like very much like wanting everything done a certain way. So he's making me feel that way. Thank you. He also keeps acknowledging. Okay. He's showing me something that reminds me of like a shed, and I feel like it's either torn down or replaced. Did y'all recently have something replaced or something torn down that's like a building or a dilapidated shed that was like not really doing so well?
I will ask my dad. I'm not sure.
Because I'm reminded of my shed back when I was in Houston, but he's showing it to me in a way where there's like termites or something that's crawling through. So there might be something there that's happening that maybe when you ask him, he'll know what he's talking about because there's a reference there. Your grandfather also keeps acknowledging, thank you. He is showing me the Star of David. Normally the Star of David for me represents the Jewish culture, but it could also just mean David or the name David. Do you know if there's a connection to either or?
His son, my uncle.
Perfect. So he's just acknowledging his son, or wants to say hello to his son. He also keeps talking, thank you. Does your uncle know how to shoot a gun, or is he in law enforcement?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why am I seeing a gun?
I'm trying to think too. I don't know.
Here's what I'm going to say. There's either a rifle or a gun that might even be the grandfather's that he may have kept or he may have held on to that may be in a box. Because I'm seeing a box.
Maybe.
I'm seeing something inside of a box. I'm going to say it's a gun, not a rifle.
Maybe from like the army, maybe.
Right. So there might be something that he held on to from his dad or that he held on to that he's trying to acknowledge. He also, thank you. He's also acknowledging the name Chris or Christopher. Is there Chris or Christopher also in the family?
I will have to check with my dad because he's got a bunch of cousins and I don't know.
You know what? I don't want to put the Christopher with them. Back it up for a second. This is to your side. The Christopher's to your side or the Chris is to your side. This would be like a Chris or Christian or Chris name. I'm trying to figure out if it's a male or female. This is to your side. This is someone that you either knew growing up or that you knew when you were younger, and they may have passed suddenly or unexpectedly. They were not necessarily your friend or tied to you, but they were like the significant other of a friend. So this is how they're coming across to me. So do you know of a Chris sounding name that is connected or that was in a relationship with someone that you were friends with?
In high school?
This would have been like a vehicular incident or something like a vehicular thing.
Oh man, I would have to check on that. I'm
Okay.
the only name that's it's coming to me, but the death was very different than the car. If that's the person I'm thinking about.
Well, what they're showing me is I'm seeing a vehicle. So either there's a significance to them in a vehicle, either they passed near the vehicle, they were in a vehicle, or there was an incident about a vehicle with them. But they're
Okay.
tying themselves to like the significant other or in a relationship with someone you were friends with, and that's how they're coming across to me in this way.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to look.
Were you in gymnastics when you were in school?
I was in cheerleading. I just put my daughter in gymnastics.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why I'm seeing. I thought about cheerleading at first, and then I was like, no, I'm seeing gymnastics. I'm thinking gymnastics because I'm seeing all those like really interesting moves that I kind of want to go there.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm thinking this is connected to you and not to like your daughter or anything like that. So here's what I'm gonna say. This might be more to you and not your daughter, since she's the one in gymnastics. But it might just be that they're connecting themselves to whoever would do the things in the air, or whoever would. This has got to be part of the same crowd, because I want to tie this into the same people. So this person, when you figure out the Chris sounding name, is connected to that group. So when you think about it, that's where they're connected to, and to let the person that they were in a relationship with to know that they're okay, and to thank you, to thank them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do some digging. Yeah.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You take care of yourself.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I think I'm gonna do one more, guys, because I'm like really like low in energy, and I don't think I'm gonna make it. So it's like, so let me go around here and see. Let me do Cassidy. Let me do Cassidy, because I was gonna pick her earlier, and then I. Hello, Cassidy.
Hello, hold
Hi.
on. I'm out with the chickens.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I want chickens. Like here where we live at, there was like a huge debacle a few years ago because some of the neighbors, we were allowed. It wasn't a policy, but people were getting chickens because they wanted fresh eggs. But then there was a big uproar because of the roosters, and so they had to like pass a rule in the neighborhood, no chickens. So to get rid of it, yeah. So I was like, man, I want chickens, but
They're the best. I love my chickens.
exactly. What would you want to ask me about?
I was just wondering if you're able to connect with my mom or dad at all.
Yeah, your mom. Thank you. First of all, your mom is doing this, but she's doing it over and over and over again. Did your mom have the habit of not always disclosing or sharing everything that she was dealing with?
Yeah.
Okay, because she's acknowledging that. She's also apologizing for it, because people may have felt, or you may have felt like outside the loop, or like not in the know, and she's just acknowledging that. She also, thank you. She also keeps showing me the number 23. Do you know the 23rd of a month is connected, or February the 3rd?
Probably. I'm really bad with numbers.
Okay, me too. That's okay, me too.
Yeah.
No worries, I'll do that with you. But it's February 3rd or the 23rd of a month. It could be the 22nd, but I'm going to stick to the 23rd. So she's acknowledging that. She also keeps acknowledging, she's repeating her name 3 times. Are there 3 versions of her name, or are there 3 people who share a common name with her?
There are 3 versions of her name.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So she's acknowledging that as well. She also keeps acknowledging a little stone crystal or a little heart crystal. Do you know about something like that with her?
Well, she's left me quite a few crystals, but I also purchased angelite that's in the shape of a heart. I've been wearing pretty much since she passed.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So she's acknowledging those and making reference to that as well. She also says that she's proud of you, because she says that you're stronger than you give yourself credit for, and you're stronger than she thought you were. So she's letting you know that she's proud of you. So she's making reference to that. She also wants to apologize because sometimes she could be critical, and she wasn't always aware of what she was saying. And in her mind, her way was the only way. She didn't always let people like have their say. So she's apologizing for coming across that way as well. She also says that she's the one that's dropping coins around for you. So if you
Oh
find
my
coins,
gosh, I was thinking it was my dad, and I was thinking my dad, it's my mom. Oh my gosh.
It's her. So she
That's
says she's the one
awesome.
that's doing that. So she's acknowledging that. She also says you might find coins in your crystals. So if you find coins in the crystals, that's also going to be from her as well. Your dad is, thank you, he just said happy birthday. Are we within 30 days of a birthday?
Today's my son Mateo's birthday.
Okay, so your dad is probably wishing him a happy birthday, so she's acknowledging that. Your dad is also making me feel thank you. He's writing on my skin. Do you know if there's a tattoo connected to dad, or if he had a tattoo that was like, I'm almost seeing nautical, like I'm seeing something nautical. It would either be like a nautical symbol or something that's like nautical that has to do with the tattoo or art.
He he didn't have any tattoos, but that might be connected somehow with my brother.
He's showing me
Possibly.
Popeye, the sailor man.
He did like Popeye.
Okay, so
He
there's
did like
something
Popeye.
there. If there's something there, because he might be trying to tell me something with this nautical thing or Popeye, and because I was seeing the muscle and then I was seeing like the Popeye, so there's a reference there. He also keeps. Thank you. Is there a picture of him wearing a blue cap or a blue hat, and he's kind of got it? Do you know if your dad liked to fish?
He did like the fish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
pictures might have him fishing with the blue hat, but he says it's one of his favorites, so he's acknowledging that as well. Did you write him a note or put a note with him?
No, I found a lot of notes that he wrote that I put with his pictures.
That's okay. He might just be acknowledging the connection with his notes or you finding his notes, but there's a reference to the notes, so he's acknowledging that. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you.
I want to be it.
He says he loves you. He just says he loves you. Your dad wants you to know that he loves you. Were you always a daddy's girl versus a mama's girl?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because he referred to you as daddy's girl, so he's just acknowledging you as daddy's girl. He also says that your TV flashing or your screen flashing is him, so keep an eye out for that. And the butterflies are also from him as well, so to let you know about that.
That's great. Thank you so much, Ferny.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. All right, my dear. Well,
Thank
you take care of
you.
yourself. I love your flower,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Oh, thank you. It's my trademark.
Oh.
All right. Thanks
Take
for
care.
having me on. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I wanted to be.
I know.
Oh. I'm going to answer 2 more text versions and then I'll get off because I know. So I can cover my bases here because I don't think I did enough of those. My energy's low, so I'm trying to reserve. What happens is when my energy starts to drop too low, my brain goes foggy, and it's like it's hard to concentrate or to focus on anything at all. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually suffer from like ADD or ADHD, like badly. So I have to take Adderall on my work days to be able to do this work, so I can concentrate because I can't really concentrate very well without it. But sometimes when I'm like low on my energy for spirit communication, it's like the thoughts in my head are hard to hold on to, and it's like I can't hold the way that it works for me is like when a thought pops in or a piece pops in, I grab it and then I hold on to it as much as possible. And then I try to like figure it out or inspect it or play with it in my mind to make sense of it. But when I'm like low in energy or when I'm having my ADD issues, it goes by and like I'm trying to grab it and it just won't, I can't hold it. And like it just keeps going. So I start having a lot of brain fog and like mental fog. And so I'm like, and so I know that that's like my limit when I start having that or when I get the pressure in my head. But I want to do a couple more text versions here before I get off here. Tabby Ramirez, 23. Fernie, I just accepted a job offer and turned down another. Did I make the right choice? Honestly, I don't think either one of them was bad. I think that both of them could have worked out for you. However, I feel like with the other one, I feel like it would have been slower. You would have achieved your goals, but it would have taken longer to get there. The one that you went through, or the one that you just accepted, I feel like you'll be able to achieve your goals faster. But I don't think you're going to stick with that job for too long because I only see you dealing with it for like I'm saying 2 as far as I'm thinking 2 is 2 years, and then you're going to make another change, which is another improvement for you as well. Okay, let me go over here really quickly. Trisha Williams. Fernie, any message for my son who was shot and killed? Oh my gosh, July 3rd, 2017. Girl, you're like telling me everything. Will I finally receive money from life insurance policy? My brother never gave it to me when he passed. So first of all, I feel like you're probably gonna have to take action against the brother, just because I feel like he's just, I don't think he has any intention of giving you the insurance policy or the insurance money. So I'm feeling like you're going to have to file some sort of action. I also think that he may not even have the policy, or that may have gotten lost in the shuffle. So there may be some challenges there in that way. I do think that your son is around you. He does come around you with birds, specifically with cardinals. So cardinals are going to be assigned to him. He also makes me feel, thank you, even though I know you're talking about July the 3rd, he's also bringing up the 12th of a month as well. So he's acknowledging a 12, which would be the month of December, or the 12th of a month. There's also a female with him that feels like a grandmother energy, or there might be even a bee name like Betty, or B or Betty. There might be a bee name connected to this female that he's trying to make reference to in spirit with him. Okay. All right, guys. I love you all. I'm going to be back in about an hour to do our study group time. So I will see y'all all then. Okay. Bye, everybody.